We are live. We are definitely live. So, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy CharmCityGames here for episode 7 of No Sleep Gaming Podcast. And I'm here with Mikey Darko. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
That's crazy. It's episode 7. What the hell?
Yeah, episode 7.
But yeah, it's Mikey Darko here, ready to get back into the gaming news. Been a couple weeks that I haven't been in here, and let's get it.
And Colossal.
It's ColossalDestent, streaming on Twitch, playing on PS5. Happy to be back for, I didn't know this was episode 7, yeah, we update.
Yeah, we 7 episodes deep, man. 7 episodes deep. So, let's hop right into it. So, let's talk about Monster Hunter, the game that just came out for the Nintendo Switch.
Monster Hunter Rise. Now, I literally just bought it yesterday. Paid my full $60, and I'm ready to play it, but I haven't played it yet. So I've been kind of busy running around and everything. But from what I've been seeing on reviews, it's just been getting 10s all around, 10s and 9s. So everybody who's not a Monster Hunter fan who tried it out for the first time is really enjoying it. So at the end of the day, hey, I'm trying to be in that fold and see what's up with the game. So that's why I got it. So I'm ready to play it though. Definitely after the stream, probably.
What about you, Abdul? Oh, Colossal?
Yeah, I haven't heard much about the new Switch one, but I know Monster Hunter was, like, that's just big in the PS4 community for being an MMO RPG, because that's rare for a good multiplayer in general on Sony. That's apparently like the good one. So I definitely want to check out the PS4 version of Monster Hunter. I think it's Ice World or something like that.
It's World, but then they have a big ass expansion called Iceborne.
Okay, yeah, yep. And I think they're free on the PlayStation Plus in general, so I'm gonna check that shit out tonight.
I actually never played none of the Monster Hunter games.
Nope, me neither. But I
got into it. Yeah, it's funny because it's come a long way, and it's starting just to get kind of local. I mean, it's always been localized in the West, but it's starting to get hype in the West, you know? Because they've had them on PSP at first, and then it came to the DS and the 3DS. And I had a 3DS and I had Monster Hunter 4, but I never really played it like that. But I knew that was kind of cool. I didn't have the patience to get into it until World came out. World was like, oh man, this shit is like amazing, and it's on console. And like after that, I was like, all right, bet I want to play Rise like already, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, Xbox may be in line to buy Discord. Now, a lot of people had a lot to say about that. A lot of people was for it, a lot of people was against it. More people was really against it because Microsoft does have a history of buying stuff, wanting it, and then killing it. Like, look at Mixer, look at Skype. Well, they didn't kill Skype, but it pretty much did. When Skype was the #1 video chatting service at one point. So, go ahead, what y'all got?
I mean, yeah, Mixer. What the fuck is a Mixer, bro? Like at the end of the day, like I'm like, I remember when they were like, yeah, we have this thing, this huge thing, and like a lot of streamers were going to Mixer, and you know, Twitch is still the big dog on campus when it comes to like streaming and stuff. I don't think Mixer is gonna be the one to, you know, kill that vibe of Twitch. So.
Well, Mixer is done. It doesn't exist no more.
Huh?
Mixer is done.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, see, look, I didn't even know it was gone. So that's why it's like, you know, I think Microsoft does kill these platforms off. So, I mean, but Discord's been around for a while, and a lot of people use Discord when it comes to like a lot of things like party chat that's not on Nintendo Switch, and you know, so I don't think it will kill Discord. Discord would be pretty prevalent, but I would be surprised if it dies. But a lot of people knew Discord rather than Mixer first, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't think it will die.
I've never really used Discord before, so I'm going to start getting into it. Actually, I'm going to eventually switch over from Google Meets to Discord whenever we do live streams for the podcast. So that's what I'm going to get into, learn how to do it. Never
Yeah,
used it.
a lot of PC people love Discord, you know, like a lot of PC people who just don't have that party chat aspect or, you know, that community on their like gaming systems.
Mm-hmm.
Discord is just like straight up used for that, you know. So.
All right, next up, for Xbox Game Pass, they had great news. Outriders is coming to Game Pass from day one. A lot of people was upset on the Sony side. A lot of people was happy on the Xbox side. Some people was neutral. Me personally, I planned on buying the game. Probably not day one, but I was going to buy it. It just wasn't very high on my list for anticipated games. But now since it's on Game Pass, I ain't got to buy it, so I can just download it day one and play it. And this is actually the first third-party AAA game that's coming to Game Pass from day one. So I think that's a big move for Microsoft. And it could open the doors. Rumored they saying that Square Enix, excuse me, I think it was Square Enix or was it Ubisoft, one of the two. They gonna start partnering with Microsoft to release some of their projects day one on Game Pass. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a big W on that one because I mean, I was not going to buy it day one, like you just said. I played the demo a little bit, but I didn't really sink my teeth in to where I was like having the patience to kind of see where it's going. But from what I heard from demo impressions and other people talking about it, they said that's a good like looter shooter, and I'm a big looter shooter fan, like with Destiny, and I've been playing Borderlands like all week, like actually like all week. Borderlands 3. So after finishing Borderlands 3, it would be kind of cool to see if Outriders is going to be like the next thing that I can like play that's a good looter shooter. For sure.
Colossal?
I don't know too much about Outriders. I probably need to look that game up again, but yeah, the Xbox Game Pass is proven to be time and time again fucking, bro, that's just legit. I don't know what Sony's answer to that is going to be eventually. I mean, we're very fresh into the new generation. They could pop up with some shit at any moment, but they might not. So who knows? But yeah, Game Pass, it sounds fly. They're doing it.
Yeah. And now Game Pass is going crazy because I mean they just had Octopath Traveler come out on Game Pass, and I just downloaded it last night. It's crazy because
I heard
Octopath
about
Traveler. Yeah, that game is like an old Final Fantasy kind of like 90s era RPG that they kind of recreated to, you know, fill that vibe. But at the end of the day, man, that game was exclusive for Switch for like, I want to say a cool 2 years. Cool 2 to 3, I think, maybe 2. And it's boom, right on Xbox. So that's pretty wild, like pretty wild.
Microsoft, they not playing no games this generation. They been extra aggressive. They going after everything.
Yeah, nah, they really are.
And so,
very crazy.
Sony's with Xbox Microsoft acquisitions. I don't know if you guys heard of like they're doing a Crunchyroll for Square. Sony's trying to do a buying out of Crunchyroll, which would be cool because Crunchyroll is one of the number one anime services, but you know they suck. They just don't got the money in their servers. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You try to get on Crunchyroll and watch it on certain platforms, you might not even be able to.
Yeah, nah, facts. Like, I think I was always watching Crunchyroll at first, but then now I'm like in between VRV and Funimation at this point. So,
VRV, I never heard of that one.
I think Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Or Verve. What'd you say?
I never heard of VRV.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's called Verve, and they're under Crunchyroll, but they like stream other type of like content from other little networks, you know. They're not all just anime. They do like other things like little shows and cartoons and things like that. But I mean, it's still a decent ass like program. But Crunchyroll as its own, I don't really mess with that service anymore because it's pretty low key like old, man. It doesn't do what it should be, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's rough. Like they're not outdated in terms of their content, but servers, I don't know what they're trying to stream shit off a fucking piece of buttered toast or something. It's not fucking, you can't play it on PS4. You might need to get it on your computer.
Right.
Your phone's
exactly.
choppy.
It's not tough. I'd rather watch Funimation. But even Funimation's not even that good. But hey, it is what it is to watch some anime. you gotta get it in somewhere.
Yo, when they shut down Kiss Anime, that hurt me.
I don't know. When they shut it down, I was like, it sucks because, you know, when you can't find those one programs, like certain One Piece movies that I wanted to watch is not localized for, you know, the States. But Kiss Anime was good for that because you could just watch it and have a fan translation. And you're like, all right, bet I can watch whatever I want to watch. But as far as Kiss Anime, I'm paying for a subscription, so you gotta pay for that shit too, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you watching it. Hey, you watching it for free, bro. But I need you to pay something, bro.
Right, okay.
Because I mean, I'd rather have like a nice HD, you know, quality and straight up. Regular, well, not even regular dub, but like straight up like good simulcast dub and subtitles.
Yeah, I'll pay for a good service, but I don't like paying to skip the ads, but the service sucks.
Right, exactly.
And speaking of paying for a service, right now PlayStation Now is on sale for $1 up until the 29th.
Yup.
They are desperate, everyone. They need that dollar. I think they're
$1. Nobody has PS Now, bro.
The thing that I don't understand is, from the Sony fans, when the Xbox and Microsoft was doing Xbox Game Pass for $1 to join up, it was a whole bunch of backlash from Sony fans saying how Microsoft was desperate, it's not going to last, Game Pass is going to be over eventually. And then you got Sony coming out following their blueprint, and now they're boasting about it. Like, I think it's a brilliant move because, one, at the moment PlayStation does have the larger fan base, so for them to reel in a lot of fans at $1, they can only win. But the thing is, they need to upgrade their service. They need to put more first party titles in there. They need to get more recent third party titles in there, and they need to find a way to get their third party, well, their PlayStation 3 titles to be native and download instead of streaming, because streaming is their downfall.
Yeah. Nah, that's the thing. It's like the reason that Game Pass was so tough was because, you know, you could play games like the Master Chief Collection and Forza 5 off rip. You know, that like the big AAA games, but you have AAA games on PS Now, but damn near they've already made a lot of those games free for PS Plus. And they're games that everybody almost has, you know? So it's like, give us something that's like worth playing, or give us like retro games. A lot of people want to play like those old titles, man. Like if they put like, I don't know, like a Shin Megami Tensei 3 on PS Now, or like certain like games that everybody wants to play that's retro, and they made it download, man, now that's a competitor, you know?
Right. Because right now, when I look at PlayStation Now, I think to myself, who are you targeting? Because most of the games that you have are older games that everyone already played. You're not releasing none of your first-party games into the service. So
exactly.
Who are you targeting to buy into PlayStation Now? And why should they keep that subscription?
Right, exactly. I'm looking at it right now, and it's just like, I mean, it's just showing straight up just some titles that are okay, but it's like, all right, cool, $1. I'll try it just because I like video games at this point. But it's not really something that's like, oh man, this is a deal. Like, I see nothing on here that I want to play, but I'm just gonna subscribe because it's $1. That's literally, it's just like targeting the cheap person at this point. Like, give me $1, nigga. Like, all right, bet. All right.
I feel like that's what they're doing, bro.
Yeah,
it's $1 for anybody who wasn't playing PS Now anyway, to maybe try to hook them in.
Right.
Find some shit on there.
Exactly.
Most of the shit I saw on there. No. All the shit I saw on PlayStation Now is the games that I would want to play, or the games that are free on PS Plus anyway. So.
Right.
And then, actually, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I feel like they got better games in PlayStation Plus Collection than they do in that PlayStation Now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why it's like, you're already getting that. So why have to pay for another service for some of the same games?
Exactly.
You know.
So to me, that's just crazy. Then another thing people don't realize is that Sony is actually transitioning PlayStation Now, because even though PlayStation Now was out for a long time before Game Pass, I think for like 1 or 2 years, what people don't realize is that PlayStation Now was initially their response to Microsoft's backwards compatibility, because there was no new PS4 games on PlayStation Now. And so I'm in the preview program for Xbox. So when Game Pass first launched, they only had like 5 games in there. They had Banjo-Kazooie, and they had like 4 other games that wasn't worth mentioning. And I was looking at it, I said, man, Game Pass ain't about nothing. I ain't worried about this. And then they kept sending me like notifications, like, what do you think about Game Pass? And I said, like, what did I say? I said something about, these are old games that I'm not interested in, so there's no reason for me to even look into Game Pass. And then as the preview program kept going, they kept adding games every week. And I'm like, oh, okay, they add newer games. Like, maybe this might be worth something. But I never thought that Game Pass was going to blow up the way it is now. I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
I feel like Microsoft is they're so established. Like, everyone who buys computers is buying Microsoft products. And now in the future, Microsoft is looking at their game line as more of a part of their Microsoft label in general, not just Xbox stuff. So, like, they have that room to breathe. Microsoft is big, and they're big, bro. They don't need that money if they're thinking about it as their games as part of their Microsoft brand in general. Right. They can do shit like Game Pass, or Sony's. I mean, they make movies, and they make Blu-ray players, and TVs. They got a big business, but Microsoft is bigger. It's bigger.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way either. I was like, Microsoft is pretty big.
Yeah, every computer.
On that money. Yeah.
Every fucking desktop.
Like,
Desktop, people have Microsoft.
Yeah.
I feel like back in the past.
And some people even get Apple computers and then install Windows.
Yup.
Yeah.
And Microsoft Word and Excel and all the shit they need for college. Every college student has Microsoft.
Right.
Anyone writing a paper of any kind has fucking Microsoft. Every business. They got that shit great. So.
Sony.
If they consider their gaming platform to be a part of Microsoft more now than they did in the past, they got plenty of it.
Right.
Oh yeah, they making big moves now, and Sony, they starting to catch up a little bit. I feel like they're going to eventually put their games on PlayStation Now day one, because they see the success that Microsoft is having, and by Sony being a more recognizable gaming platform, because they're more popular worldwide. If they did the same thing Microsoft was doing, they would naturally bring in so much money. It's crazy how much money they can bring in.
Oh yeah.
So I just feel like they just testing the waters. Like, for example, they releasing a game here on PC, a game there on PC. Okay, we're not releasing exclusives day one on PlayStation Now, but try it for $1, see if you like it. So
and I'm trying it for $1 right now.
Can't see it, it's white.
I'm processing it right now.
Me too.
Processing it right now.
It's just $1. I got it.
And then one big move they did make, they bought EVO. That was a big move.
At first I thought it was like a huge like move, but I think it's a decent move. It's like it's not even like a checkmate in terms of like Bethesda. You know what I mean? It's not a checkmate as far as like showing Xbox and Microsoft that they got something. I mean, it's big because the FGC is pretty big, but the FGC against Bethesda games is like damn near kind of like, I don't know. It's damn near not that big. You know what I mean? Like, the FGC is a small niche group of people who like support fighting games, which is big. It's really big. But I don't know. Like, everybody knows Skyrim, where everybody doesn't really play certain fighting games. Some people don't even like fighting games.
Right. That's true.
It was big, but I don't think it was as big as I thought it was when it first came out. But it was definitely a good move. Like, I'm glad that they did.
I thought it was big because to me, that just lets me know. It tells me that they own this event. So now every fighting tournament is going to have to be played on the PlayStation. And so now you got a lot of guys that take fighting games, and everything is very important when it comes to fighting games, especially like D-pads. And so everyone knows the D-pad for the PlayStation 5 is not the best D-pad at all. So people who play those kind of games, they had to get adjusted to how the D-pad works on the PS5.
Right.
And so they're going to start investing more into the PlayStation ecosystem if they're forced to play on the PlayStation platform in these events. And as far as games like Smash, I'm not even sure if they're going to continue to have Smash. I mean, they should, because Smash has a large fan base. So I can't see them just getting rid of that Smash event.
Well, I think that EVO is not gonna just solely be like, all right, y'all gotta play on Xbox. On PlayStation, because they even have controllers and adapters that when they go to a tournament, they bring an adapter for an Xbox player, just because they're an Xbox player. So they're not gonna single out consoles. It's going to be under the PS4, the PS5 and Sony name, but they're going to have people who bring the Xbox and the Switch and stuff in there too. So they just have that whole name of EVO to themselves, but they are definitely going to have Xbox and Switch in there, like they do every year.
Right, I got you. And another thing that happened this week, they released a patch for Marvel's Avengers on the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. And Digital Foundry did their comparisons along with IGN and another guy, I forget what his name was. And it was some very, very interesting results from what I've seen. I don't know if you guys follow Digital Foundry. Do y'all follow the Digital Foundry?
I think I heard of it, but no.
Y'all should definitely start watching Digital Foundry. So what they do is, especially like with the new big releases, they measure the graphics, the frame rate, the graphical details as far as like the image quality and stuff like that. And so what they found was the PlayStation 5 actually runs at a higher resolution than the Xbox Series X when it comes to this game, Marvel Avengers. But the Xbox Series X version looks significantly better, and it's not even close. And it runs at a lower resolution. And that's because they did 4K, but they did checkerboard 4K for the PlayStation 5. And for the Xbox, they did dynamic 4K, so the resolution can go up and down, but their graphical textures was like top quality, and they had a better frame rate. So it was like, I'm sorry, I think Sony had a better frame rate, or about the same. It was something like that.
To be honest, frame rate means more to me than anything.
Right.
Like I can play with the 4K checkerboard and all that. I can turn it completely off, but as long as it's playing in 60 frames, I'm very happy. Like
no, checkerboarding does matter though, because when you checkerboard, it makes everything fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's like they're plastering things on top of each other. To make the image.
I'd rather play it whatever it is, whatever can get me the 60 frames. Like certain PlayStation titles have those options where you can either have 4K or you can have 60 frames or some shit like that, or
fidelity mode and high resolution
performance and shit. Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever gets me 60 fucking looks better than anything else.
Right. Yeah. As far as the Avengers games go, like, bruh, it looks so dope, but then I know the gameplay is gonna get repetitive and just ass, like, because people aren't supporting it anymore,
Right.
They're really like, and then it's popular to hate things nowadays, so people online is just like really not even saying like, oh, this game is tough, they're all shitting on that game to the point where it's like, damn, the community is just gonna be like done, and I'm trying my best to like, I was damn near close because I'm like, yo, it does look good though. Like it looks cool.
It does.
It looks So this is what I think, bro.
It's the new anthem.
It's right.
Hell yeah.
I don't think so because I think there's still people who just want to play as Captain America and Hulk and have those that type of energy towards those characters where it's not gonna fall. It's falling off, but it's not like you can't say it's an Anthem. Anthem's trash. But I think
Not
that
quite cyberpunk.
yeah, I think that if you have friends that could maybe play a game together, like if we all copped it, it's only $25 right now. So it's like, and it's a free PS5 upgrade. So if we all copped it and everything and then played it, then I think that would be more fun than just playing like by yourself with that game, you know?
Right.
I was super close to like buying it today just because of looking at that graphical improvement. I was just like, $27. Do I really want to do this right now? I'm like, usually that's nothing. Like, especially if it's a game I want, but I'm like, I can't do it right now.
Like this game is not worth it.
Yeah, I'm like, this $27 could go to something that's a lot better. So I was like, I don't know.
I mean, you won't catch me buying it. I can promise you that.
Nah, I've heard a lot of things, and I wanted to buy it so fucking bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted that shit, but nah.
Now that'd be a good game for Sony to get in PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like or games as a service, those games where you have to pay to continue the fan base and all that shit, like they should be free to play after a certain amount of months anyway. Like day one should be charging the full price, but after that, yeah, it should be free to play and then heavy microtransactions like you're gonna do anyway.
Right.
That's where the bread and butter is.
What's it?
That's where the bread and butter is, microtransactions.
Yep, and that's all that game is. It's one of those games as a service. You pay to keep that shit going.
Yep.
Better.
I'm low key. I might just bite the bullet and become a guinea pig and just buy it, and to test that shit out because
I want
at
it.
this point. Yeah, I want it too. That's why I'm like, I want it, and I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and just like. I'm gonna probably buy it. It's $27, bro. It's not that big of a deal. I'll probably try it out in the next podcast or whenever I'm back on. I'll just talk about it, and then I'll either regret it or I'll actually fuck with it. So.
I feel like I want Jedi: The Fallen Order more because I heard it's about that level of gaming, but it's better than Marvel.
Well, shoot, if you're gonna get that, then you could like wait for a sale on that because that usually goes down to like $5.
Yep.
Yeah, so. That
I've
game
seen
is
it on
amazing.
sale a few times and keeps popping up and down. And yeah, people keep saying that's just dope as fuck.
Yeah, I haven't fished it, but it was dope as hell when I played it. Like really good.
Hella frame rate boost on PS5 too, from what I've heard.
Yep, no, totally.
And next up, there's been a lot of rumors going on about Nintendo revising the Switch, and it's going to be a Switch Pro with better graphics to try to compete with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So, these rumors, normally when Nintendo doesn't want people to like talk about stuff because it's not true, they come out and they address it.
Yeah.
But Nintendo hasn't come out and said anything. So do y'all think this Switch Pro is going to be true?
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't already done it. DS Lite, 3DS, fucking Game Boy Advance SP. They always do a hyped up version of whatever system they release. Surprised they haven't already with the Switch because it's pretty big.
Yeah, at this point, I've gotten 2 Switches and a Switch Lite, and I've traded in my Switch for the Xbox Series S on eBay and everything. And now I had the Lite because I'm thinking like, all right, I'll just have the Switch Lite while I wait for the Pro. I could not fade that Switch Lite, man. That's like for like kids, like straight up for kids. So I was like, yeah, nah. I'm just gonna go ahead and cop another Switch. So I got another Switch, and like I knew Monster Hunter was coming out. I wanted to play Breath of the Wild and Smash again. So once the Pro comes out, because the Pro has been getting leaked like left and right since like I want to say early last year. So I don't even like to talk about the rumors. People saying, oh, this is getting bigger now. Like this is really coming to fruition now. So I won't believe it until I actually see it like in a Nintendo Direct or something, because at this point right now, we've been kind of tossed and turned on that idea of a Switch Pro since like early last year. And it's like, bro, it's damn near been since Corona hit. So it's like, until I see some shit, then I'll be like, all right, bet I'll get a the Switch Pro, but it's not coming out anytime soon. If it does, then I'm trading for another Switch and getting it again.
And me and Mike Darko was just talking about this. That I was thinking about getting the Switch, and my thing is, I don't want to get a Switch now, and then they come out with a Switch Pro. I'd be upset. So I'm just gonna hold out until that Pro version come out, and then I'm gonna check it out.
You might as well at that point. I mean, I play Switch a lot, so it's like you might as well just wait if you on the fence about buying one right now.
I know I've wanted a Switch, but I always wanted to wait for the deals to come out. But there was always something else on PlayStation of some sort that I wanted, so I never got the chance.
But it's one thing about Nintendo I can't stand that they do, and they create artificial inflation and demand for their games. Like they're ceasing production of making, I forget which Mario game it was. After tomorrow, you can't buy the game digitally anymore.
Yeah, the the 3D All-Star bundle.
Right. I'm like, y'all the only company that y'all don't reduce y'all prices over years. And then y'all remove the availability of your games to create artificial inflation for demand.
Damn it. Bruh. Think about this now. That's money. If you think about it, if they're taking it off the market, and especially, I should have just bought a physical edition, bro. Imagine, you take that off the market, it's not produced anymore, but whoever had that physical edition has that forever now. Now, someone's going to want to have that game, so now someone can dock that price up and be like, all right, you want this physical edition? Bet $80, $90 for the copy. I'm going to look at eBay right now. I bet you that shit is like skyrocketing.
Pull it up real quick.
Why did I not think of that? Like, that's bread, bro.
It is.
That's bread because they're discontinuing it, you know? So, let me see.
But that's the thing, they're the only ones that do that. Microsoft and Sony, they don't do that. Like, once that game is out there, they want you to play it. They're not going to create an artificial demand and remove that game from the store.
Right.
They're the very opposite now, these days. Like, back in the past, that was it. It seemed like they wanted to shy away from anything digital so that you'd have to buy their physical copies at some point. But now they want you to buy the digital so you can't sell the game that you didn't want anymore.
Right.
Like once you bought that shit, that's Sony money already.
Right. So right here somebody saying that, so it hasn't gone off the store yet, right? You said it's going off tomorrow?
Yeah.
Alright, so now the prices are looking pretty regular. But people are already preparing for the storm because this one dude is charging, he's trying to get $1,000 for it, $1,500 for the game for physical edition new. Yeah, so this is brand new seal. So like that's what I'm saying. Like since it's getting discontinued and it's gonna be hard to find in stores and shit, like you'll get pre-owned and like used copies, people trading it in. But like if you want a new copy, this dude's trying to do that right now. But for the most part, everybody's doing like $61, $45. Here's one for $45, and you could buy it now for that, So
I'm about to check Amazon real quick. What's the name of the game?
Super Mario 3D All Stars. But the thing is, at the end of the day, if you buy it now, especially like I want to say like this time next year, it might be a little bit more plausible to actually sell it for a decent price, like maybe $80, because it'll actually become a game that's sought out and that you can't buy, like you literally cannot. So yeah, it's pretty funny. I might actually cop one like literally right now. I had it from GameFly and I played it, but I just wasn't in the mood to play Mario.
So I see it says like, Super Mario 3D All Star. That's the one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy that just to have it and then sell it. It got Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and some other one.
Yeah.
Super Mario Sunshine.
It's Sunshine. Yeah. I wouldn't buy it for $60 on Amazon right now. I would buy it for like a price that I'm looking at right now is like $45 on eBay, and it's brand new. And then resell that. Get it as cheap as possible and then sell it, I would say.
I ain't taking no chances. I'm getting that shit right now.
I buy it on eBay all the time. That's how I got a lot of my shit. All right, hey, you spend that 60, man. Have a fun time.
Hold on.
Man is buying a game live, ladies and gentlemen.
And I didn't even got no damn Switch.
Facts.
How the fuck you gonna play it, bro? That's a good thing to mention right now. I just bought Demon Souls, by the way, which is a game that I could barely fucking play. Yeah, bro, that shit's...
Have you gotten past the,
No. No, I haven't.
I didn't even say about that.
I ain't got nowhere, bro. I barely fucking... Okay, I went through the first... You know that level, you get up, and you can go up until... Or you get to that... I got to the boss of the first level, and I died.
Yeah.
So I came back as a soul, and then I got back up to the boss again, and I want to say I died, and then I got up to the boss as a soul, and then I died. So I was out.
Right.
So like that's that system. You can die and you come back, and then you die as a soul and you're out. So I went to the World Nexus, and where you got the middle ground, and you can go pick stages. And I looked up online how to get good at Demon Souls, and it said there's one place where there's
oh yeah, y'all see that
all the time, constantly popping up.
No, y'all can't see that.
Brightness still up.
But yeah, it's a good training ground. I'm
see
constantly in fights.
Yeah.
Look.
Robin Wednesday.
Look.
That's it.
He gonna get it, and then it's gonna be like until like 4 or 50 years now, and then it's like it just went up to $80.
Hell yeah. So you don't plan to play that shit? You just gonna sell it?
I mean, when I get a Switch, I'll play it.
Okay. You know, if you play it, whatever value you're trying to get is gone.
Yeah, if you play it, then I would say if you buying that and you just spent $60 for a new copy, you would just have to keep that copy sealed. Like that's
in that plastic.
Yep. Yeah, it would be a definite way to get like actual more bang for your buck, and you spent $60 for it. You could get money if you got a pre-owned. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I use eBay all the time. That's how I flip a lot of shit. And at the end of the day, if you got it, you can't play it.
I might get another copy then. Hold up.
Yeah.
But don't buy it.
But that's a lot of damn, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
what other
you're buying it
right now? Could you be buying?
It'll be $120 value, bro, and it might only go up like as a price for like $20. So you gotta be careful. This one is not, and don't come to me saying like, well, you saying this dude was selling it for $1,000. No, that's just one dude who's like posting it for that. But definitely wait it out. Say.
All right, well, I'll wait it out. And another digital stuff that's closing. Sony is closing all digital stores for PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and it was something else. But yeah, so I think it was just PlayStation
3, PlayStation Vita, and PS3. I just said that.
PSP?
Yeah.
PSP. Yeah, PSP, PS Vita, and PSP.
Damn.
I thought PSP and PS Vita was like their store was like united.
Nah. You can play old things on PS Vita, but you know, PSP had like all the UMD type of games and shit, so yeah, it's definitely different.
Yo, I got PlayStation. I had the PlayStation TV. I actually got it for free when I got my PlayStation 4. That thing has so much potential, but Sony didn't advertise it right, and they didn't support it right.
Right.
Because this was around the time Amazon had their little gaming log system, and I think did they have one?
Amazon?
No, not Amazon. The other one.
That Google Stadia.
No, not Google. It was before that. Roku. Didn't they have like a little gaming thing? A gaming controller?
Oh, I don't know. They might have.
It was no. It was it was an Nvidia Shield. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. Nvidia had something.
So like the PlayStation TV had potential because it was such a small device, and it could play a PlayStation Vita TV games on your TV.
Right.
And then they had like the little streaming services on there too, so it was like a competitor for them, but Sony didn't support it. So yeah,
it always like makes me wonder like why build it and not support it. You
right.
know?
They didn't even give it a chance to have its own legs.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And so sucks. Their digital store's gonna close. So I think it's this summer too, in August. So for all the retro fans, they need to go back and get them things digital. They better hurry up now. And also,
it wouldn't be so bad if PS5 had some backwards compatibility more to it.
Actually, that was the next topic.
So.
That was actually the next topic because Sony actually filed a patent to have everything backwards compatible on the PlayStation 5. Everything.
There's a couple PS5 patents that have been going around as rumors, and I can't remember what they are, but they might be worth looking into. Like Sony's fucking. It seems like they're gearing up to do some shit.
Yeah, the one that was talked about the most was the patent for the backwards compatibility all the way around back to PlayStation 1.
Yep.
So they do a good job. They can compete with Microsoft when it comes to backwards compatibility. What y'all think about that? Like, do you think people will be interested in playing PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation games?
For sure. Everybody has their favorite, especially from like the old generations, and being able to kind of just like go back and visit their childhood. I mean, everybody's always looking for nostalgia, especially nowadays. They if they can go backwards compatible and actually let you download those games, like PS2 was one of the best consoles ever, you know. So
I think it's the greatest as far as sales.
Yeah. I mean, and as far as content, I mean, you look at some of the games that they had, it's like, god damn, it seemed like the PS2 era was just like damn near so many years, bro. Like, you just think about it and you just remember just, I played PS2, that's all I remember. You don't, and nowadays it's like, all right, 4 or 5 years, but it seemed like the PS2 was out for like damn near like 8 years, 7 years or something.
No, it's actually the opposite, because the PlayStation 2 came out in 2000 and the PlayStation 3 came out in 2006. And then the PlayStation 4 came out in 2013. And then the PlayStation 5 came out in 2020. Now, Xbox, the original Xbox came out in 2001. And then 360 came out in 2005. And then Xbox One came out in 2013. And then 2020. So, before gaming generations used to last like 5 years. Now they expanded it, especially when they upgrade these systems like the Pro and the X version. Well, Microsoft, they got their X version out now, so I don't know how they're gonna do it. But the last generation, they had the Pro and the X version, which prolonged the generation. That was the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, that is wild. I never thought about it that way. Like, they already have 2 editions out. Like, I got the Series S, and yet, are they going to make another Series S, or are they just going to make a bundle that's like, you know, straight up Series X2 or whatever the fuck, you know?
Right, Series S.2.
Yeah, that is wild. Never thought about it that way.
It's going to be interesting, but the thing is, these consoles now are so much more powerful at this time period than it was in 2013, because 2013, they were new consoles, but as far as like being compared to PC, they were far behind. Like, it wasn't even close. Now the consoles are actually on par with PC, so I think that's the major difference right there.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the Series S and seeing the Avengers game play how it was being played, I was like, damn, like that shit is $300 and just playing that, you know. So that's pretty hard.
And the thing is, like, the maximum resolution is only 1440p, but it runs like a charm. Like, it runs them at 60 frames, 120 frames.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm fuck with it. Yeah.
I still can't even imagine 120 frames. I haven't seen it yet.
What kind of TV you
60
got?
frames. Mine is a 4K TV. It's 55 inches, one of those TCL Rokus. So it's got the game mode, it's got HDR, all that shit. It's 4K. So it'll play the max that PS5 will give it right now. And then eventually 120, that's gonna come, and I would need to upgrade. But Yeah, it's nice.
8K,
It's beautiful.
8K.
I think 8K overrated. Hey yo, when you plan on upgrading?
I don't know if a Black Friday 2 years from now or a year from now.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel you. Hey, whenever you do, let me know. Like, it's this website I go to called ratings.com, but they don't spell it regular. It's rkings.com. So that's what I use, and they break down everything. And so that's how I determine the TV that I got. I got the LG B9, and that TV is a beast. Like,
Your shit's 120, right?
Yep, go to 120. Yep.
That's
4K
Oh,
120.
you gonna upgrade to 8K?
Nah,
That's unnecessary.
yeah, 8K unnecessary at this point because nothing's in 8K.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna
No, I'm
buy a
saying,
TV.
like,
Apparently, you can't see it.
Yeah. No, that's wild though, because you see on the PS5 box like 4K, then you see the 8K on the side. That is going to be
Yeah.
able to reach that. So when they start programming it, I know Denzel, he gonna be like, all right, ready to get the 8K TV. And that's a fact.
Yo. I see that.
Man, no, I ain't gonna do that, man. No, not me.
Niggas just got a.
Nah, me.
Because I remember, what was it? In 2016, you had a 4K TV. I think.
No, that was 17.
Or 17.
I
17,
got the
yeah, 17.
I got the Sony X900E.
This nigga. Well, I literally just got 4K like last year.
I just got 4K the end of last year.
Right.
Before that, I had tried it at Rent-A-Center for like a week.
And not only that, I got my surround sound set up. I got a Bose system. I got 7.1, and I got one subwoofer right now.
Right.
I'm thinking about getting the second one, and I want to get 2 ceiling speakers. So I really want to get at least a 7.1.2. Right now, I just got 7.1. Yo, and them sound systems, they make a difference.
I just want to play the game.
No, I'm telling you, when you play these games on
It's
surround
almost
sound
just-
systems, it makes a big difference. Like, you hear the bullets flying over your
I have
head.
it. Yeah.
My TV does good, like for the theater mode and the surround sound or settings and all that shit. But yeah, the headphones is when I want immersive sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, I'd rather pay
Shit
for
like that.
headphones rather than having a whole setup. Like, I have my dad's.
Annoying my neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'd rather have, straight up headphones rather than having it be played out loud. Like, my dad, he has, he gave me, like, his speakers that he worked for a company that sells speakers and, like, fixes that shit. So, those speakers are, like, high, like, quality ones, but I don't even use them half the time. Because I'm like, bro, I'd rather have nice headsets than speakers, bro.
Yo, you irritate my soul right now.
Like, who cares? Right? Who cares about having like sound that's like damn? I mean, that's cool around you, but like, bro, like when I'm gaming, I'm not gonna have that when I'm on a party chat blasting through the mic and then like playing it and be like, "What'd you say?" Oh no, I can't hear you, bro. I'm like the helicopter loud as shit on the speakers.
It's
like,
not
yo,
like
nigga.
that, yo. It's not
A
like
lot of
that.
us are apartment livers too. Gamers are fucking at home with somebody or in an apartment.
No, it's not like that. See, what y'all don't know is like when I be playing with y'all, I be having my surround sound on, but y'all only hear me, and I can hear y'all clearly.
That's what's up, though.
Y'all ain't know that, did y'all?
Cool. So the thing is, I'd rather get headphones.
No, don't get me wrong.
Man, I like that shit on me at night. Like, especially if I'm playing a scary game or zombie game or some shit like that. I want that shit in my fucking up on my ear.
Like it's two total different experiences. Like headphones, it pretty much cancels everything out around you.
Mm-hmm.
Surround sound doesn't necessarily cancel other sounds out, but you feel like you're actually inside the game because you hear everything around you. Like for
That's an
example,
experience.
if it's a character, say like you playing a scary game, right? And it's a character actually behind you and they screaming or something, you actually you hear that character coming from that direction where you sitting at. So it's two. They're both immersive, but it's two different types of immersion.
Yeah, I'm good.
See, you saying that until you
I've heard-
experience it.
No, I've experienced it. Like my dad has it. Like he has surround sound. Like I've heard it. I know what it sounds like. But I'd rather like I think with the new like 3D technology that they're doing for the headset and like on the frequency waves on the headphones, like that is more intimate to me. And I'm a fan of like horror games, so I've always played horror games with like straight up. Like when I play Resident Evil 8, I want to be playing it with headphones. Like, you know what I mean? Like numb to everything else around me. Like I can still hear people's talking. Like if they like have my surround sound. I've heard it. It's just not for me. I think I like headphones more.
And speaking of headphones, y'all know Microsoft just released their first party headset like last week or the week before last. And Twitter was going crazy because they was complaining, saying that they had to pay for the Dolby Atmos in headphones.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, first of all, that been the case since the Xbox One was around. And people only started talking about it because the headset came out and it came with a 6-month pass. But I'm like, you're not paying Microsoft for the service. You're actually buying the license from Dolby to use it in your headset. Like any headset can use it.
How much is it?
$15.
That's still like, so how much are the headsets itself?
$100.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at headsets right now because I was like, after we talked about it, I was like, I need to upgrade my shit. So I was like, I might go cop. But the thing is, it's like, I can understand where people are like, bro, I just bought these headsets. I don't want to have to pay $15 more. Like, even though it's $15, like, still, like, I don't want to pay more just so I can go ahead and use these $100 headsets that I just bought. You know
that's the thing, you don't, because on the Xbox, you have options. You have DTS for headsets, which you also have to pay for that one, too. But then...
Come on, now.
But no, you're not paying Microsoft, though. You're paying this company, because these companies...
You should just pay for the headsets, and then it makes the sound.
Back.
Right, but for the enhanced sound, you have to pay the company that has the software for it. It's just like it's just like
PS5 does that shit. It includes it.
All right, look at it like having a computer.
Dolby Atmos.
Look at it like having a computer. When you buy a computer, you don't just have Microsoft Word. You gotta pay for Word. It's the same situation.
Denzel just money bags, man.
You just plug in
money bags
and it works his PC.
Look, Denzel just money bags. This nigga just bought a whole game for his console that he don't even have on stream. Talk about all the newest TVs. He's like, $15? All right, I support it. Oh, bro. No, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I get what you're saying in terms of like, all right, at the end of the day, it's like an add-on, and they're not made by Microsoft, so it's like it needs to be kind of like paid for just to have that add-on and that experience. But damn, bro, like, come on,
nickel and diamond.
Can I save some money?
I mean, yeah, I get y'all, but also I want to talk about Xbox Live is officially done. It's canned. No more Xbox Live. They're now called Xbox Network.
I don't get that.
I didn't like it either. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but it's like Xbox Live, just that name itself is so iconic in the gaming world. Like, when you think of Xbox Live, you know exactly what someone's talking about.
Right.
And now they trying to separate it, saying that a person subscribing to Xbox Live, that's the membership, but they're playing games on the Xbox Network. And I'm like, why are you trying to fix something that's not broke? Just leave it alone. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but I think it's unnecessary.
I feel the same. Xbox Live is nice. I mean, is it the same charge? Is it the same function and shit?
Yeah, they just changed the name.
Why do it? Just to make everything super new, like the Series X. Everything's Series now. I mean, that sounds nice, but how far are they gonna take that shit?
Right.
Yeah, Xbox has always been terrible at naming their console after the 360. When I saw Xbox One, I'm like, what?
Like, this is the one.
Like, people can be so confused about that.
Right.
So, I thought it was stupid. They should have just kept it as Xbox Live.
I thought this next one was gonna be Xbox 2, and it wasn't. That was interesting.
I actually saw an article on that, and they said the reason why they didn't call it the Xbox 2 is because the PlayStation 3 was releasing a year later, and they didn't want to seem like they was behind them by having their second console versus Sony having their third console. That's why when they came out with their second console, it was the Xbox 360, because they wanted to seem like they was on the same playing level as Sony.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I think they thought too far into it.
That's the downfall of the gaming community. It's always a competition, not what one can just do.
Right.
But that's the way it goes. It's business. You need to do that.
And in another Xbox news, they just now had their showcase event for indie games. There were a lot of indie games on there, and it was about 20 of them that's been announced to come on Game Pass day one. I didn't watch it, but I seen some like highlights of it. Did y'all follow it or know anything about it?
Nah, I actually didn't follow that one. Actually, for once, I like indie games, but I kind of shunned away from them recently because I had such a backlog and stuff, and like I just haven't been following the indie games as much.
All right, so let's go to the next one then. It Takes Two just released, and it got a 90 score on Metacritic. Like, it's scoring real high, and a lot of people loving it. And from what I've seen, I might get it. I just might get it.
I need to look into that because I heard it was dope, but yeah, I didn't check it out yet.
Yeah, it looks dope, but I'd rather play it with somebody, you know, that's not a male.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to play it like that. I think it would be a good game that, like, you know, if you have a girlfriend or whatever, you just want to crash and just play a game and just like introduce them to the world of games. They're not really into it, or if they even like video games a lot, and you played it with them. It's a story about divorce and surviving the relationship and kind of just building upon that. I think that would be cool to play. I wouldn't play it by myself though, like at all.
I'll probably play by myself in general. I play one-player games just because.
Right.
I smash when I smash.
Typical Sony fan. And speaking of games for girls, Life is Strange announced their new game and their collection bundle. Me personally, my ex-girlfriend at the time, my girlfriend at the time, she's not really into gaming like that. And one day she was just playing around on my Xbox and she saw it. And then when I came back in the room, I think I was cooking or something, or I was in the shower or something. I came back, I'm looking, I'm like, what's this? She's like, it's a game called Life is Strange. And like, that game immediately hooked her in. It was like her little drama, and she got to interact with it. And then Life is Strange actually got a big following, and they took off. Now they got a whole series, and they doing a remake, or collector's edition, I should say. And I gotta admit, if it wasn't for her, I would have never played any Life is Strange game. And I've actually enjoyed the series. Like, I beat Life is Strange. I beat Life is Strange Before the Storm. I beat it was Captain something. It was like a
Captain Zach or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the one that was segueing into like the Life is Strange 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just recently beat Life is Strange 2. And out of all of them, my favorite one was probably Life is Strange 2. And then Life is Strange Before the Storm. And what I did like about Life is Strange Before the Storm, that one didn't have any type of supernatural ability. That one was just about straight up life.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that with it. Did y'all play any of them?
Yeah, I played one, fell in love with that game. I didn't think it was gonna capture me as much as it did, and once I played one and beat, I was like, yo, this shit is amazing, bro. Like, the story as far. And I always usually play games, especially like RPGs and things like that, for stories, so I'm a big story head. So seeing the story on that, I was like, yo, this is great. Then I never played the second one fully. I didn't play the Before the Storm, so I haven't completed any of them except for one, and I need to get back on that though, because seeing that they're having some new stuff, I'm like, damn, I gotta definitely play that.
definitely should. Your Life is Strange is a really good series, and what
It was good.
And what I liked about part 2 was the relationship between the two brothers, and it was a lot of racial tension in that one too.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, the police officer pretty much attacked the father, and the father wound up dying. And then the little brother had these powers he didn't even know he had. He didn't even know what he did. He blacked out.
Hey man, spoiler alert. You don't know who.
You know what? Yeah, I forgot. You won't play it,
Spoiler
so my bad. I'm gonna let y'all play it first. Well, goddamn it, if you ain't play it by now, you wasn't gonna play it.
Somebody just gave out the whole thing. He's like,
So,
what's the whole mystery?
so the final boss was like this big ass.
Right.
And Stalker 2. I seen some new screenshots of that. That game looked like it's going to be amazing.
I haven't even checked it out.
How about Returnal?
Eternal?
This month.
Returnal.
That's this month?
Yep. Or this coming up very soon, man.
April. Not this month, but coming up soon, April 30th. So it's like damn near May at that point. So we still got a month to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, that game looks cool. I mean, you playing Demon Souls, right, Abdul? So I mean, that's like
I'm about to give it another go tonight.
Yeah. That's I mean, Returnal is just damn near like a Demon Souls with guns, you know.
Hey Mike, you know what that means, right? Abdul went to go play Dark Souls or Demon Souls, and he was getting fucked up, and he quit. He rage quit.
I was, bro. I got to this. They recommend this place where you fight, and you just fight to hone your battling skills, and I haven't fucking got any better yet. Like, they just keep fucking shit like that. I'll get back on that shit and I'll stream it just to show you how fucking annoying that shit is, because you don't have shit yet in the beginning, and they have everything. You got basic battle mechanics, but apparently it opens up and you get more shit, kinda, but still they fuck you up.
That's why I say like Neo is such a better game in terms of Souls game, because it's like, bro, Neo, when you play that has like tons of like gear and stuff, and when you start to build like the arsenal, you keep on going through the same map or the process, you get better at it, and it starts becoming easier, and it becomes fun because you're getting loot in that game. Whereas in Demon Souls, it's kind of like you get loot and stuff, but it's not like loot, you know what I mean? It's not like some dope shit to go ahead and like utilize. It's more so like you get things to help you survive, you know? So like being a fan of the Souls like type of gameplay format, I think Neo is the best one. But Demon Souls graphically, that shit is amazing.
Oh, that shit's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, so far, everything I've seen so far is really pleasing. Like, I'm gonna sit there and just fucking play that shit and enjoy it, the landscape.
Right.
But nah, it's very difficult.
And the last time it got done, huh?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, that's the only thing that's taken away from the beautiful graphics is the constant dying. So it's like, damn, like, this game is so beautiful, but I keep on dying. It sucks.
It looks like Sekiro to me.
Well, Sekiro looks like Demon Souls, because Demon Souls was out first. Yeah, basically, Sekiro's combat is a little bit more snappier and faster than Demon Souls, but Sekiro
it feels really old.
Yeah, it was
really
like the
old
first,
school, but really new looking.
Right, exactly, because it was damn near the first the first Souls-like game, like one of the first. So, like, seeing that and kind of comparing it to like the newer Souls games, it's like, yeah, this is definitely dated, like but they revamped it just because it's a remake. So,
I bet you could really enjoy it more if you played the original.
Yeah, I never played the original. All I did was play Dark Souls, but I never played Demon Souls. But they discontinued that, so it was wild to see that they were like actually bringing that shit back for a remake for PS5, you know. So
that's how I feel telling people to play the Final Fantasy 7 remake, because they should play like the 6-hour beginning of Final Fantasy 7 before they play the remake, just to get that nostalgia. But that's all it is.
Fact.
That's a long ass fucking blowout, but it's really short.
I do want to go ahead and play like the whole like entirety of Final Fantasy VII before the second part of the remake comes out. Yeah.
You won't be doing that forever.
Huh?
You'll be playing that forever if you do that.
It's a big ass game. But it's
yeah. I just love RPGs, bro, but I never finished them shits. So it's like, I don't think I need to add Final Fantasy VII on right now.
Oh, if you start, you'll finish. Like once you learn those mechanics, it's cool as fuck. Especially if you play the remake. Now you need to play that first to enjoy the remake.
Right.
The remake's a much larger game and shorter.
Yeah. I might get it on the Switch, like, and just like since it's like portable, I can go ahead and play it on the Switch and just like when I'm laying down or something, trying to keep on going through levels. Yeah.
And I believe all the new versions include the cheat codes where you can fast forward a little bit or automatic limit breaks and shit like that. So it's kind of cool.
Kind of go through
modern.
And get the story.
Yeah. They know it's an old game. You just want to get that shit going.
Right.
See, I feel lost because I haven't played not one Final Fantasy game ever.
Yeah,
there's so many, bro, in there.
We can see the numbers going above your head. Like
What's 7? Should I play 6 first? No.
Yo, the first time I got
any fucking
confused.
Final Fantasy you want, bro.
The first time I got confused, I was talking to my man Stefan, right? He a big Final Fantasy fan too. He was like, yo.
Stefan Lattimore?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while, yo.
I haven't seen him since like 8th grade.
Yeah, I know it's been a minute. And so, he told me he was playing Final Fantasy X too. I'm like, what? And he said Final Fantasy X too. I'm like, so there's a 2 of a 10. He was like, yeah, it's like part 2 of 10.
Part 2 of 10. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, just the name of that sounds confusing.
Just play 10. Yeah. Any Final Fantasy is a different Final Fantasy, bro.
For real?
They're all a completely different story. Yeah.
What about characters? They different characters too?
Different characters, different world, different universe, all that shit.
Final Fantasy so they're all unique
nothing
games.
To do with 5.
Yeah, facts.
See, I didn't know that. I thought they was all connected, but they're all unique games.
Oh, yeah.
Unique. I'm waiting. I might start 15 again because I like that game, but a lot of people hated on that one. But I'm waiting for Intergrade or whatever it's called for the Final Fantasy VII remake. Enhanced edition.
It's gonna be so good, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, bro. I haven't finished the remaster for 7, so I'm like, yo, I've been wanting to do it, but now that they announced the enhanced, I'm like, I'm just gonna wait to the enhanced and just.
It's worth waiting.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, I'll wait.
60 frames.
Right. I'm just gonna play 15 for a little while.
15 is fun.
Yeah.
It isn't anything epic, but it is fun. It's a cool game.
Right.
Now I did claim Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 5. It's the PS4 version though. I don't want to play that.
Nah, it's the same game, but 60 frames is gonna be fucking dope, bro. It's just gonna look so good.
Exactly.
It only looks good at 30.
Yeah. You'd have to buy.
I have to stop myself. Yeah.
Because if you own it right now, you can go ahead and upgrade it when it comes out. But if you got the PS Plus edition, then you gotta wait and actually buy that whole thing. But what sucks is we gotta buy the DLC. Like Abdul and I, in our case, we have the game already prior to release. Now we can upgrade that shit for free, but we still gotta buy that DLC, bro. Like, give us it for free or something. Damn. Like,
yeah, that'd be nice for free. We already bought the game.
Yeah, like you made us buy the game and now you made it free, and yet we still gotta pay for the deal. Like, but it's Square Enix, so they're gonna go ahead and nickel and dime. So
y'all paid for half a game.
No, we paid for 1/10 of a game.
I don't even know. I thought it was half.
Nah, it's about a fifth at best, bro.
Damn.
For real?
Like,
and they said it's a long game too. Like,
a very long game.
Crazy.
So many things they haven't introduced. So.
Sheesh.
This is the opening. If you played about 6 or 7 hours of Final Fantasy VII, out of like the 50 and beyond, because it's open and you can continue to grow, then that's what you get out of the remake. Except super fleshed out and everything is expanded, but it's very true to the original. Like you take one step and it's like there's 10 minutes of the remake of the original. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, but it's cool. It's really nice what they did. Is fan service, straight up.
Yeah, that's combat. You feel like they did it right.
Yeah.
The combat system that they built in that game, man, and how they carry that out. Because I always wanted it to be like the cutscenes that they made for the old games, right? I always wanted a Final Fantasy game that looked like the cutscenes back in the day. And then now they made it even look better. Like, that shit is wild, bro. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but have you seen this movie? Wait a minute.
Advent Children?
Yeah. Like, I was getting into 7. So that's why I was like, let me go ahead and cop this. So does this have any relevance to like 7 in terms of like the game or?
Bro, like if you play so there's a weird timeline that they've done. Final Fantasy 7 is the original game. Like that's the storyline. And then they've done a whole bunch of compilation games with a whole bunch of different Final Fantasy stuff. Crisis Core, Dirge of Cerberus, Advent Children the movie. Well, Advent Children the movie is just like a post Final Fantasy 7 movie. So it's very true to the game. So that picks up like a couple years after the game ends.
Right.
And Final Fantasy Remake is like a retelling of the story. Like there's this girl who's connected to the planet, and she just in the beginning of Final Fantasy VII Original, she's looking at this hole in a pipe, and it's the world's natural energy talking to her, and it's showing her something. And they never expanded on that. And then in the remake, it's showing her that she's sitting there looking at that same pipe, and it just showed her everything that happened in the original game.
Right, Aerolith, right? Or isn't that her name?
Yeah, Aerolith. And she has the chance to change everything that happened in the original game in the Final Fantasy remake. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But that movie is just like right after the game ends.
Cool. Okay.
And it's
so
dope,
all right.
bro.
I ain't gonna watch that shit then. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm thinking I was getting like into like the prequel or something. So that's after the fact.
Yeah, they set up a whole universe with there's like 10 games going on.
Goddamn.
All you need to really play, you can just start from the remake.
Okay.
And go on from the years from now. But yeah, the original's the best way to get the story.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And speaking of movies from video games, this is the last topic I got written down. After this, we can just freestyle it. Ghost of Tsushima is confirmed to have a movie in the works. On the actual island, too.
Yeah. Yeah, by the dude who made John Wick, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that dude's getting a lot of placements in terms of like, oh, you should make a video game movie. You should make a movie. Like, yeah, nah.
Keanu Reeves?
I don't know if he's gonna be the Jin or whatever. Is it Jin
They better have no Keanu Reeves in there, yo.
Big facts.
That'd be wild.
I wouldn't even watch it if he was in there, yo. Like, if he was Jin, I would not even watch it.
For real?
No.
I'd watch it. That'd be dope, bro. Just dumb, but they could pick somebody much more Japanese for us.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, hey, that was one of my favorite games of last year. So if they made it into a movie, just don't fuck it up. Like, I mean, just don't. It's like, come on, bro. Just let it be a game at this point. Just let it go. I mean, with Mortal Kombat, it's like old school and an IP, you know. So it's like that's cool to have a movie. But if it's like straight up, like a new IP in a video game, like, come on, bro.
I feel like the only reason why they're doing it is because the Japanese culture never had a game that detailed into their culture, and they were actually very proud of that game. They're like, wow, like this was an American-made game, and they got everything down to a T. And they were so impressive that they just want to make a movie on it. Now, my thing is, are they going to do the movie exactly how the game was, or are they going to do a continuation? Like, okay, this is Jin after he fights his uncle, and this is his life after that as the ghost. So I just wonder what kind of direction they're going to take the movie in. Or could it be
I feel like it's going to be I think it'll be a retelling of the original story. Like they won't do a part 2. Like this will be marketing also. Like Sony, they're a movie company as well as a game company, so they can start doing movies about their games and making the part 1 movie and then enticing you to buy part 2 and part 1, but part 2. So like that's it's just advertising for their shit.
Yeah, they definitely gonna make part 2.
Oh yeah, the kind of success that game had, they gotta make a Ghost of Tsushima part 2. They have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you, and it's probably my favorite game since Red Dead Redemption 2 came out.
I still haven't finished that. I played it.
Hold up, you haven't finished it yet?
Nah, I can re-download it and start that shit up again. But yeah, I'm like in the first quarter of the game, I think.
Man, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece.
It's just dope. A little off. But it's beautiful on PS5. I should try that shit again, huh?
Absolutely. Like, I played a lot of great games. It's only a select few games I say that's a masterpiece. Red Dead Redemption is definitely one of them. Red Dead Redemption 2. And then you also got Ghost of Tsushima. I think that's a masterpiece too.
Yeah, me too. I like that game. I'm still playing it. I'm playing it over again.
Man, you slipping.
Why? That's just dope, bro.
Hey Mike, this guy is an avid PlayStation player but has no platinum trophies.
You don't got no platinum in Ghost.
I can get it.
A lot of people don't got platinums, bro. You ain't gotta have a platinum to enjoy shit. He cheated. He bought those online.
Oh, here he go.
You can buy platinums on Amazon.
I earned mine, baby.
Oh yeah.
I earned all my platinum.
bought a whole ass profile just to get a platinum trophy.
Y'all stupid,
right? CharmCityGames. Where's that?
With my trophies?
Where's Charm City?
What you mean where's Charm City?
Baltimore.
Baltimore, Maryland, you heard me. And you know what it is. And then, for all the people that's watching, I need y'all to go join my Facebook group, No Sleep Gaming. And right now, we're having a voting going on. So, as of right now, the game that's going to be played from the vote is going to be Mortal Kombat 11. So, you still got time to vote up until next Friday from today. So, the grand prize is going to be this thing right here. So, it's a $50 entry fee. It has to be the minimum of 20 people. So if it's not 20 people, the tournament is not going to happen. And each player has to have a Twitch account and link their Twitch account to the Facebook group when they're streaming or when they're playing the game. That way everyone can watch their stream and watch the match. And then I'm going to have a playoff tree set up. And so once you lose, or whoever the winner is, they go on to the next match. So the PlayStation 5 is going to be the grand prize. I'm trying to get that away to somebody. So let's get this tournament on the pop and let's get the word going. I need people to participate. So make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel. No Sleep Game would definitely appreciate y'all. So yeah, that's all I wanted to let y'all know. So yeah, we can just keep on talking from here. Or do y'all want to just get to gaming? What y'all want to do?
Probably get to gaming, man. I've been had a
y'all
long
thinking?
day.
What y'all thinking for the night?
Well, dude, you don't
Injustice?
want it. You don't want it in Mortal Kombat.
I know what you want.
What?
Denzel, Mortal Kombat.
So what we got? What y'all got?
Get it?
I might be playing Monster Hunter, man.
I want to get on Monster Hunter. Yeah, let's get that shit, bro.
Is that
It
even
don't always gotta be
multiplayer?
a fight. We can be a team, my nigga.
Is that multiplayer?
What's up with you, bro?
No, I was saying Raj, but I mean, we could play the other one too.
Okay.
I was thinking the Switch version, but hey.
Or we can fight. Let's get it.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
fight.
Monster Hunter. I want that shit.
Y'all got Cold
I
War?
want to try that shit. Which one?
Do y'all have Cold War?
Cold War? Yeah, I gotta download it again.
Yo,
Maybe
you stay
20,
having to
30 minutes.
download stuff.
I feel that.
It'd be like
There's
that.
not enough space
It'd
to
be
go
like that.
around, man.
Nah, one
See,
terabyte.
on Xbox, you only got this memory card situation. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is plug it in, you're good to go.
And that's a wrap on the podcast.
Facts.
All right, man. So y'all tuned in. It's me, CharmCityGames, my man Mikey Darko, and my man ColossalDestent. Y'all were chilling with us for like an hour and a half. So yeah, we appreciate y'all for watching all the way through. So make sure y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification button to know when we go live.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.